Remember, I'm a trainer, so what I wanted to do was go over a couple of things with you today so that you understand the importance of understanding basic canine behavior. And I know a lot of people like to associate dogs with human behavior. They are not human. They are canines and they have drives and instincts, not human personalities. And so if we're going to start real simple, real simple. All dogs, remember they're a hierarchical animal. They adhere to a hierarchy, a pecking order. Okay? And so the majority of the dogs out there are submissive. Very few dogs are truly dominant. But there are dominant dogs out there, but the majority of them are submissive. That's the reason they fit so well into our family. Husband, wife, children, dog. Or the way I like to think, wife, husband, children, dog. And so we have to understand that, they do adhere to a pecking order. Now, the dogs that truly are easily slide into that bottom slot of the family hierarchy are dogs that usually have a moderate tolerance to pain. Remember, all dogs, they range from the submissive all the way up to the dominant. And the reason that happens is because they range from the low tolerance to pain all the way up to high tolerance to pain. And so the dogs that have a higher tolerance to pain, a higher dominance factor, are going to be dogs that are going to be more willing to fight, act out, challenge you, challenge you for their food, challenge you for the couch, challenge you when you get near your wife or your partner, because they're thinking that that the partner is alpha and that they're below alpha, which makes them beta, and that you are below them, which makes you kappa. And so if we're talking about, understanding canine behavior, that's canine behavior. Not the dog is mean, the dog is jealous. Using human, terms that relate to human behavior is not what you want to do when you're talking about canine behavior. You want to talk about it in a way that makes sense. And the way it makes sense is all dogs range from the submissive to the dominant. They also range from the low tolerance of pain to the high. And the reason that's so important is because the dogs that have a lower tolerance of pain are going to be quicker to bite. The dogs that have a higher tolerance to pain, and let's say they have a highly social aptitude, those dogs are going to be just happy-go-lucky dogs. And so we have to really break down canine behavior, because you have to talk about dominance and submission, you have to talk about pain tolerance, and you have to talk about the canine drives. What are the canine drives? There are 5 drives. You have your defense drive, play drive, which is same as your social drive. The dog wants to interact with you. That's that social play drive. Your predatory drive, the predatory drive is a chase drive. You run, dog chases you. Rabbit runs, dog chases it. Cat runs, dog chases. That's your prey drive. The stronger the prey drive, the more difficult that dog's going to be to live with, because everything that moves he's going to want to chase, whether it's a cat, whether it's a squirrel, whether it's a bike, whether it's anything in motion. Dog, and then you have your food drive. And how does that come into play? If I have a dog that has a low food drive, he's going to be easy to live with because I can pick up and down his food. I don't have to worry about him guarding his food. Compared to the dog that has a high food drive, he's going to be, more willing to, defend that food, especially if he has a high defense drive. High defense drive, high food drive means the dog is going to be, snippy, he's going to be aggressive, he's going to be shitty around his food. That's what that means. Compared to a dog that has a low food drive or even a moderate food drive with a moderate defense drive. The more you understand drives, the more you're going to understand the dog you want to live with. I want a dog that's stronger in personality, because I've always had, working with protection dogs, I've always had dogs that had stronger personality. So I like a dog with a strong personality. I don't want a dog that's so submissive that it's going to be scared to death of, and this is what happens, it's going to be scared to death of lightning, thunder, fireworks. That comes with a low pain tolerance. And it also comes with a high defense drive and low pain tolerance. That's what you're going to get. The dog is afraid the lightning, thunder, and fireworks is going to hurt him. That's the reason he hides from it, because he's afraid he's going to get hurt. Now, over the next episodes, we're going to get into this deeper and deeper. We're going to give you more and more examples, because everyone talks about dogs as if they're human, and we really need to start talking about dogs, the way for what they are, which are animals. And so I'm a trainer, so I want to train you. I want to train you to understand these dogs and to be safe. So you pick the right dog, and also you know how to interact with the dogs around you. And so that will keep you safe. So that's it for today. We'll be back in a little while, and we'll continue on, especially understanding how pain tolerance, low tolerance to pain, high tolerance to pain, and dominance and those drives interact. And those interactions are very important for you to understand, so you can get the right dog for your family and for you to interact with the dogs in your life. Thank you. Have a great day. Be safe. Bye-bye.